Hi, Movie Dive here. Today we are going to take a look at the film Oblivion. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to get all future updates. Oblivion is packed with special effects that feature a lot of obvious symbolism but not much else. It begins slowly, becomes monotonous, and then becomes tedious, which makes it only slightly better than similar sci-fi movies. It has shiny surfaces, noisy equipment, and no discernible human behavior. It is equally aspirational and pointless. Oblivion takes place in 2077, 60 years after an alien invasion that left the Earth largely uninhabitable. As one of the few remaining humans on the planet, Cruz plays Jack Harper. The remaining survivors moved to Titan a long time ago. Harper and his co-workers continue to work as technicians, maintaining the robot drones that protect the resource gathering stations from straggling aliens. The TET is a massive tetrahedral space station that orbits the Earth and is 30 miles on each side. It serves as the main antagonist of the movie. It was first believed to be inhabited by humans who had not yet reached Titan, a moon of Saturn. In 2017, an alien artificial intelligence invaded Earth and largely destroyed human civilization, as it was later discovered. The TET was discovered in 2017 by NASA's deep space scanners, and the Odyssey spacecraft was redirected to investigate it. The TET then invaded Earth after capturing astronauts Jack Harper and Victoria Olsen, as well as the Odyssey's cockpit, shortly after the rest of the crew was ejected back to Earth. The moon would be destroyed by the TET first, resulting in catastrophic earthquakes and tsunamis. The TET started using enormous ocean-borne power stations to transform Earth's oceans into fusion energy once humanity had been reduced to negligible underground resistance. Security drones were used to guard these hydro rigs, and Harper and Olsen's clones were used to maintain them. Regarding TET's beginnings, very little is known. It most likely came from a location outside the solar system. Malcolm Beach asserts that the artificial intelligence, which was only interested in fusion energy during the harvesting of Earth, now feeds off of successive planets for its resources, likely for its survival. If the TET were to exist as a single entity rather than just the core AI within it, it might be compared to a small mobile brain. In 2077, Jack and Victoria are the last remaining people on Earth. In 2017, scavenger aliens invaded Earth and decimated the moon. Despite the human victory, Earth was left uninhabitable. Jack fixes the combat drones that hunt the last of the scavengers and watch over the hydrothermal platforms that produce fusion energy, with Victoria serving as his communications officer. On the TET, an orbiting space station, the couple reports to Sally, the mission commander. The group will be traveling to Titan, Saturn's moon, in less than 2 weeks to join the colonists who have survived there. Even though Victoria and Jack's memories have been erased, Jack occasionally has memory flashes of a pre-war life with an unidentified woman. In the ruins of the New York Public Library, Jack avoids a scavenger trap while looking for a broken drone. In the meantime, a platform is destroyed. Jack cuts off the transmission to space after learning that the scavengers are radioing coordinates from the Empire State Building's antenna. He travels to a hidden location with a lake and vegetation that supports fish. He built a cabin full of relics from Earth's past. The transmitted coordinates are the location of an unknown object falling from the sky. There, Jack discovers the woman from his dreams among 5 other people sleeping in pods. 4 pods are destroyed by a drone, but Jack saves the woman and transports her to their aerial base with Victoria. The woman wakes up and identifies herself as NASA astronaut Julia Rusakova, who has been sleeping on the Odyssey spacecraft since 2017. To recover the Odyssey's flight recorder, Jack and Julia go back to the scene of the accident, but they are captured and taken to the Raven Rock Mountain complex by scavengers. Malcolm Beach, the group's leader, reveals that the scavengers are human survivors hiding from the drones in disguise. Beach sets Jack and Julia free so they can explore the dangerous radiation zone in the desert that Jack is aware of. When Jack reveals that Julia is his wife, he is reminded of how he proposed to her at the Empire State Building. To bring Jack and Julia back, Victoria dispatches an aircraft. Seeing how close they are, she is heartbroken and informs Sally that she and Jack are no longer an effective team. Victoria is killed by a drone that Sally sends out. Jack and Julia escape in the jet, taking out the drones that were pursuing them, but they crash in the desert, where a Jack clone shows up to repair the drones. He is knocked out by Jack, but Julia is shot as they struggle. To return to the clone's base for medical supplies, Jack poses as it, where he meets Victoria's clone. Julia then recovers at Jack's cabin where they were staying. She comments to him about how similar the cabin is to the one they had in 2017. Together, they spend the night. They leave the cabin the following morning to return once the war is over. Beach claims that the TET is an artificially intelligent alien ship. The TET destroyed the moon, causing catastrophic earthquakes and tsunamis that affected the entire planet, to take Earth's natural resources. They then invaded with an army of Jack clone soldiers. The Titans' escape and humanity's triumph are made up events. To obtain the Odyssey spaceship's nuclear reactor, which is capable of interplanetary travel, the survivors had to bring it down. Other drones attack the base even after Jack reprograms a captured drone to blow up the TET. Beach is seriously hurt, and the drone that was captured is irreparably broken. To manually deliver a bomb to the TET, Jack and Julia offer their services. Jack discovers on the way to the TET that he was cloned by NASA mission commander Jack Harper, who was on a mission to explore Titan, thanks to the Odyssey's flight recorder. Julia was a crew member, Victoria was his co-pilot, and Sally oversaw the Earth mission. When the TET showed up to disrupt the mission, Jack disengaged the control capsule to save the crew members who were still in their stasis pods. He and Victoria were taken prisoner and replicated. Victoria's clone tricked Jack's clone into thinking that they were in a romantic relationship because she was envious of Jack and Julia's union. When Jack enters the TET, he finds thousands of Victoria and clones of himself in stasis. Sally, a TET projection, confronts Jack. Sally is given Julia by Jack, but Beach instead emerges from the pod. Both of them along with the TET are destroyed when the two explode the bomb. Julia wakes up in her pod by the cabin in the meantime. Julia and her daughter are residing at the cabin 3 years after the explosion that was visible in the sky. One day, the clone that Jack had previously subdued in the desert aids the remaining resistance members in their arrival. The memories of the original Jack were also retrieved by the clone. With this scene, the movie ends. That will be all for today. If you like these sorts of videos, do like and subscribe for more. See you again in the next one.